Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Śrīla Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. By regular attendance in the classes on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namo Pankajanabhaya Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangri. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are so blessed. Today is very, very auspicious day. It's the appearance day of Srimati Lalita Devi, the topmost of the gopis of Vraja, of Sri Radharani. So, shall we continue with our reading of wonderful pastimes of Sri Radharani along with the Sakhis and Kṛṣṇa, who all are eager to read and hear those pastimes? Anyone? No one? Maybe? Okay. So, looks like a lot of devotees want to hear. So maybe we'll start with a prayer, or maybe we'll read that later. So let's see how we start this process. And okay, then we can try to set up this thing. Who all want to read can raise their hands, and then we'll start reading. Okay, so first one is boon from Durvasa Muni. Okay, so Msilas Prabhu has his hand raised, so let's start reading. And others, if you want to read, we are reading wonderful pastimes of Srimati Radharani because tomorrow is her appearance day, and we'll also read pastimes of Sri Radharani with Lalita Sakhi, etc. Okay, yes, Prabhu, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam, everyone. In the palace of King Vrishabhanu, Radharani passed her childhood playing with her Sakhis. Wherever in the palace they played, Radha would always place a small deity of Kṛṣṇa in the corner and decorate him with flowers. Radha and her Sakhis would often play at cooking food for Kṛṣṇa. Once on Dwadashi Tithi, when the gopis were all absorbed in their play, Durvasa Muni arrived in the palace. All the Sakhis ran away when they saw Durvasa Muni, but Radharani remained. Durvasa Muni was very pleased to see the incomparable beauty of Radharani. He said, "My dear child, today you must feed me sweet rice prepared with your own hands." When Radharani heard the desire of Durvasa Muni, immediately she ran to her mother to collect the ingredients: nicely scented rice, milk, sugar, tejapata, raisin, ilachi, camphor, and other things. Within a very short time, Radharani had prepared delicious sweet rice, which he served to Durvasa Muni. He found the smell very tempting, and when he tasted the inconceivable nectarian rice, he was convinced that Radharani was Gokuleshwari Mahalakshmi. No one else could have made such a wonderful preparation that defeated the taste of nectar and caused him to experience ecstasy. Being very pleased with Srimati Radharani's service and out of affection for her, he said, "I am offering you a boon that whatever your hands touch, whatever you prepare will taste like nectar. Whoever tastes this food cooked by you will have long life, strength, beauty, and fame, and all which will increase day by day."
Wonderful. So, what did Shri Radharani prepare for Durvasa Muni?
Rice kheer.
Sweet rice.
Sweet rice. Very nice. And what was the benediction given to Radharani?
She was Gokuleshwari Mahalakshmi.
She was that. But what did Durvasa Muni tell?
That whoever eats the food prepared by the hands of Radharani will be blessed with the nectar of bhakti and long life.
Yes, it will strength, long life, beauty, fame, and everything. So just last few lines. Would someone like to read this? Yes.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna devotees, when Mother Yashoda learned of Durvasa Muni's boon upon Radharani, she requested Kirtida and later Jatila to bring Radharani to her house to cook for Sri Krishna, so he might acquire all these blessings by tasting the food cooked by the nectarian hands of Srimati Radharani. Thus, the boon was very beneficial for Radharani, as she was able to serve Krishna, and on the plea of Mother Yashoda, she would have so many chances to see and meet with Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you. So when Mother Yashoda got to know about this boon, she would always invite her so that the best can be offered to Krishna, so he can be always healthy, strong, and beautiful. Let's say about the Radharani's Annaprashara ceremony. That's a grain. Anna means grain. Prashara means to take. Yes, Nandini Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Dandavat Pranam devotees. When by the touch of Krishna, Radharani regained her vision, the friendship between Yashoda and Kirtida became more intense. Both families started to visit each other's homes regularly. Sometimes Radharani would visit Nanda Maharaja's house with her mother. There, she would have darshan of her most beloved Sri Krishna. Radha and Krishna continued to grow day by day. All the Nitya Siddha Sakhis of Radharani also appeared in Vraja. Vishakha appeared on the same day and at the same moment as Radharani. There are 8 dear Sakhis of Radharani who are like expansions of Radharani's body. They are Lalita, Vishakha, Chitra, Indulekha, Champaklata, Tungavidya, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. When Radharani reached the age of 7 months, King Vrishabhanu made elaborate arrangements to celebrate the Annaprashan ceremony of his daughter. He arranged a great yagya and invited all the citizens, brahmanas, relatives, and his most dear friend Nanda Maharaja and his family. Devi Purnamasi, Mother Rohini and Balram, and Mother Yashoda and Krishna all came to attend the ceremony. When everyone was enjoying a sumptuous feast, Radharani took one morsel of prasadam from Sri Krishna's plate. While all the ladies were busy discussing their household matters, Krishna and Radharani, in the mood of childhood, mate and drank the beauty of each other like chakora birds drink the moonlight. Radharani manifested a wonderful beauty and sweetness, just as lotus manifests its beauty when it comes in contact with the sunlight.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So, this is one of the samskaras, the first grain samskara. Who was the father of Radharani?
Rishabhanu.
Vrishabhanu. Mother?
Kirtida.
Kirtida. Grandfather? Paternal grandfather?
Mahabhanu.
Maternal grandfather?
Bindu.
And mother?
Mukida
Bindu? Okay,
and
very
Mukida.
nice. Everyone knows the names of 8 gopis, 8 principal gopis? Raise your hand if you know. Or everyone can write in the chat box. So let's see if everyone knows. We discussed this yesterday. So please write in the chat box if you know the names of 8 gopis, and we read today just now also. And then the 12 forest also. So that was also one of the homeworks. B4K3, LM2, and TV. Who would share the 8? Who would speak the 8 names? Ekant Prabhu, would you like to try? Try, as many you know. Please try, speak. I'll help you.
Vishakha Prabhu,
Shaka, good.
Lalita,
Lalita, and that's today's her appearance. Very nice.
and this is from Serenya Prabhu, Chitra.
Chitra, very nice. Then,
Yes, Prabhu, these we remember.
very nice. Then, who will complete? Let's see if
Champakalata.
Champakalata, yes.
Rangadevi Sudevi.
Yes, Rangadevi, Sudevi.
Indu.
Indulekha,
Indulekha.
yes, and Tungavidya.
Tungavidya.
Very nice. Okay, so this was about Anna Prashar ceremony. So Radharani took Anna from whose plate?
Krishna.
Krishna's plate.
So she's teaching us that she's always taking Mahaprasad. So because she's the topmost devotee, so she's teaching. What was Radharani's age when this thing happened?
7 months.
7 months.
7 months, very nice. So this is such a sweet pastime, and today is the appearance of Lalita Devi. So let's read a beautiful pastime. Babu Kanayan Ji, would you like to read? I would be very happy if you read. I'm so blessed that you are joining us every day. Would you like to read, please?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. I do not have the book, but I can.
Yeah, it's on the screen. Do you see my screen? So
Yes,
you can
yes.
read the first 2-3 paragraphs. This is the pastime of Lalita ties the cloth of Radha and Krishna. We can read 2-3 paragraphs.
Can you little bit zoom it if you don't mind?
Is it visible?
Yeah. So once Sri Krishna was grazing cows in the forest, the beautiful scent of flowers in the surrounding forest, Kunjas was attractive and bewildered Krishna's mind. He played on his flute, calling the name of Radharani again and again. The sound of Radha's name caused his body to fill with the symphony of ecstasy, and tears flowed from his eyes. Looking upon a tree, Krishna asked, "Please tell me, where is my Prana Priya Radha, I am searching for her. Please pacify me by giving me news of her. But the tree did not reply. Krishna stood near the forest path where his beloved Radha would come, watching and waiting. Soon Radharani and her Sakhis reached the Kunja. Her Sarika gave Radharani the news that Krishna was crying pathetically and longing to meet with her. When Radharani heard this news, she started to cry and search for Krishna. She said, "Where is my Prana Priya Krishna? Please give me your darsana just once." Crying thus, Radharani ran to her Prana Vallabha. When Radha and Krishna met, they embraced and blissful in the ecstasy of meeting. They lost external consciousness. At the time, Lalita came and tied the knot in the cloth of both Radha and Krishna, then left the Kunja. Yeah, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, these pastimes are very, very deep. Some of them are very, very esoteric. So we have to always remember that we're not talking about some ordinary stories about boy and girl.
Yeah.
We have to always remember that we are talking about the eternal Supreme Lord, the Lord of all Lords, the Master of all Masters. And therefore, in the Bhagavatam, even in the Bhagavatam, Shukdev Goswami didn't directly mention about Radha's name, because these pastimes are from different, other Goswami literatures and Puranas, etc., which is Ms. Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj has put together. So we have to always keep that consciousness in mind. So thank you, Prabhu. Let's see what happens next when Lalita Devi tied the cloth of both Radha and Krishna. Let's see what else we have in 2 more paragraphs. Who would like to, who has read, please lower your hand so it's clear and it gives chance to others as well. Who has not read yet, would like to read? Yes, Renuka Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes. Yeah, we read from this one.
After some time, Radha and Krishna sat on a jeweled seat surrounded by their Sakhis, who were joking and laughing with Yugala Kishora. Then Krishna found the knot that tied his and Radharani's clothes together. Who has put a knot in our cloth? Who has done this most wonderful deed? My heart and Radha's heart are bound together always. Today, someone has caused this internal condition to manifest externally by tying a knot in our cloth. Lalita Sakhi said, "Oh Krishna, this is a special symptom of love. When love arises with someone, then he loses his external senses. At the time when he is in the great ecstasy of Premananda, the bliss of love, internal hidden subjects manifest externally. Then he himself forgets and causes others to forget also. That is the reason there is a knot in your cloth." The speech by Lalita gave great pleasure to Radha and Krishna and their Sakhis, who all laughed in happiness. This pastime occurred in a place called Gantuli in Vraja. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Gatuli. Gat means knot. So see, all the pastimes are named, all the places in Vraja are also named after these pastimes. In marriage ceremony also, they put the knot, right? I think in most cultures, in most Indian cultures, whether it's north, south, there is some kind of knot. So ultimately, everything is coming from Krishna, from the spiritual world. So the Gatuli, Gat means knot. So Lalita ties this. Let's read one more story. Okay, let's read a small story. Mother Yashoda rubs turmeric on Sri Radha's hand. Yes, Umesh Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna to everyone. Mother Yashoda loves Radharani very much. She wanted her to marry Krishna. One day when Radharani was at Nandagrama, Mother Yashoda smeared Radharani's hands with the turmeric. The custom was that when the parents of the proposed bride and groom agreed that their children would marry, then the bride's hand would be smeared with turmeric. When Radharani saw her yellow hand, she was very hurt how she would hide them from others. She ran to a nearby pond, eager to remove the turmeric before she returned to her home. As she washed her hands, the entire pond turned yellow in color. The pond is now called Pila Ukkur. Ukkur means pond and Pila means yellow. The water of this pond is still yellow even today. Hare Krishna, back to you.
See another pond named after the pastime. Pili Pokar. Pili means yellow. And this also is a culture, to put haldi or turmeric before marriage. So I think still date in most Indian cultures, it is done. Ultimately, it's coming from spiritual world, the divine pastimes of Sri Radha and Sri Krishna. Let's study. Any comments, questions so far? Okay, there are so many pastimes in this book, but let's study one. No one's hand is raised. That means no one wants to read now? Everyone is done reading? Okay, Prabir Prabhu. And then Mahajan. Who's Mahajan Prabhu? Can you
That's
please?
me, Prabhu. Kirti.
Oh, I said, who is the great Mahajan has come here? So, okay. So, Prabir Prabhu, you read, and then Nikant Prabhu, and then the Mahajan also. Yeah, please start. Sri Radharani saves the demigods.
Which chapter, Prabhu, that one?
It's page 207, 57. You read from the screen, Prabhu. Can you see the screen? Too difficult?
Okay, Prabhu. Yes, I found it. It's chapter 57. Srimati Radharani saves the demigods. A story from Brahmanda Purana, Uttarakanda, of how by the mercy of Srimati Radharani, the demigods were saved from attack by two demons. Once there lived a great demon called Kalonemi. He had two sons named Marshana and Harshana, who had attained transcendental powers by the chanting of some secret mantra. By their prowess, all Devas, Gandharvas, Jakshas, Rakshas, Kinnaras, Guhakas, and human beings were constantly tortured. Everyone was afraid of these two brothers. Unfortunately, they lived at a time when the Lord was not present on the earth. Thus, the demigods were in a very dangerous situation. Accepting Kartikeya as their commander-in-chief, they declared war on Marshana and Harshana. It was surprising that these two brothers were easily defeated the demigods and rendered them powerless. Finally, Ranarangini Devi Kalika, along with her innumerable yoginis, fought with
Krishna,
these two
please,
brothers.
others keep your phone on mute. Otherwise I wish I had 4 hands to handle this whole thing. So please keep your phones on mute so it helps everyone.
Finally, Ranarangini Devi Kalika, along with her innumerable yoginis, fought with these two brothers. After a great battle, she was also defeated. Should I stop here, Prabhu, or should I continue?
Sure, Prabhu. We'll pause here. Okay, so who was the great demon and what were the name of his two sons?
Alnemi, Marshana and Harshana.
Harshana. Very nice. Who was the commander-in-chief of the demigods?
Kartikeya.
Did they win or lose?
Lose.
Yes, they lost. So let's see what happened next. Ekant Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The demigods decided to approach Lord Brahma to learn the cause of this harassment and defeat at the hands of Marshana and Harshana. But even Brahma could not ascertain the cause of the great strength of these two sons of Kalinini. So the demigods, under the leadership of Brahma, went to Mahayogeshwara Shiva. Lord Shiva, after hearing the pathetic situation of the Devas, felt for them, and so he sat down in meditation to learn the cause of their strength. By the power of his yoga, he could know that these two demons had become unconquerable due to the chanting of the Vishnu mantra. He said, even Lord Vishnu and Lord Sri Krishna would not be able to kill these two brothers because by chanting this mantra, these two demons have become Vishnu Bhaktas. If Vishnu killed them, he would incur the sin of killing his own devotees. Regardless, Vishnu's affection for his own devotees would prevent him from killing them.
Wow, that's a difficult situation. Let's see what happens next.
Lord Shiva advised the demigods that only Golekeshwari Sri Radha Thakurani was able to annihilate these two demonic personalities. No one else could finish them.
So what was the confusion? What was the confusion? Who will tell? Let me pick one person. Maybe Puna Mataji will tell. What was the kind of dharma sankat here? Puna Mataji?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Because they were devotees of Krishna and they used to chant mantras.
So
Vishnu for his love for his devotee.
Okay, you can go ahead. Prabhuji
you
is
can
answering Prabhuji.
ask, you are a team, so you can take Naresh Prabhu's help. Yes.
So, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, as I might not be on the mark, but the dilemma here is Sri Krishna Prabhuji loves his devotees. So, since those two brothers were chanting mantras, his love for his devotees prevented or caused dilemma for Sri Krishna to kill them.
And then who told the demigods to go and ask for whose help? Okay, I'll pick someone to answer this.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, maybe Sri Kumar Prabhu will answer this. Okay, Jyoti Mataji.
They asked help from Lord Shiva.
And what did Lord Shiva say to them?
Lord Shiva went into yoga and he found out that these demons had chanted Vishnu mantra and got the power. So even Lord Vishnu
That
or Krishna.
Naresh Prabhu shared. What happened after that? What was the hope now? Okay, Lord Vishnu cannot kill. What is the hope now?
I think I missed that part. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Only Radharani can.
Yes, to go to Radharani. Yes, let's see what happens next. Yes, Bipul Prabhu, you want to read this last section?
Demigods.
Yeah.
Let us all go to the Golokeshwari
and fell at her lotus feet. And so, along with Brahma and Shiva, they went to the entrance of Goloka and offered prayers through the chanting of the Shruti mantra. Radharani, being pleased with their prayers, appeared in front of them and heart healed. The demigods informed Radharani how they had been harassed by these two demons and asked how they could be killed. Radharani immediately remembered the greatest weapons, Sudarshan. Thus summoned by the mind of the Srimati Radharani, Sudarshan Chakra appeared in his personified form and stood before Srimati Radharani with folded hands, waiting to receive her instruction. Srimati Radharani ordered Sudarshana Chakra to kill Marshana and Harshana to put an end to their disturbance in the universe. Sudarshan immediately went and separated the heads of these two brothers from their bodies. Immediately, the whole universe was peaceful. By the description of this pastime, Radharani Aishwarya has been exhibited. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So all the demigods went to Radharani. And which weapon she used or she invoked by her mind?
Darshan Chakra.
Sudarshan Chakra.
Sudarshan Chakra. Very nice. Okay. So we will read a prayer to Lalita Devi and we'll try to see some the symbols on the lotus feet of Sri Radharani as well. So let's see who would like to read this prayer. Who has read? Please lower your hand so it gives me a signal that who still wants to read and has not read yet.
Prabhuji, I would like to read.
Okay. Yes. So now you read this prayer. I'll read this because it may be a little difficult for you to read this. So this is chanted in the tune of Shad Goswami Ashtakam. Maybe Prabir Prabhu is expert in these literatures. Prabir Prabhu, you want to read this in the tune of Shad Goswami Ashtakam?
Wait, okay, I can try.
Please.
Sandra prema rashe pluta porijattaya pragalbhadyam aptataya prana preshta vayashayar onudinam lilabhikshatam krame hai Vaidagdena tatha sakhim pratisada manasya shiksham rashe jayam karajatiha hanta lalita grihanatu samam gane.
Krishna. I think you were reading in the Govindam Adipurusham tone.
Yes, Prabhu. Sorry.
Sandra prema rasa pluta priyataya pragalya bhayam aptatayo prana preshtavaya sayayor anudinam lila bhisaram karmai Vaidagatyena tatha sakhim pratisada manasya shiksham rasai yeyam karyatitha hanta lalita granthau samam ganai. Yes, Mataji, please read this wonderful translation.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Flooded with the nectar of intense love for her two friends, Sri Radha Krishna, who are more dear to her than her own life, affectionately arrogant in their presence, and daily arranging for their rendezvous, Lalita Devi expertly teaches her friend Radha the art of jealous anger. I pray Lalita Devi will one day accept me as one of her associates.
Yes, these words may sound a little contradictory because we cannot understand anger and love together. We cannot understand jealous and anger together, but these are very high emotions, much beyond our comprehension. But ultimately, her anger or her jealousy is only, it is not material anger or material jealousy, it is only to heighten the taste of pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. So it is not material emotion. It is the topmost spiritual exhibition of these divine emotions, which in Sri Lalita Devi is always helping in that aspect. Okay, so now we will see some. Who remembers the symbols on Sri Radha's lotus feet? So I'm going to share this now. Okay, I didn't get a chance to understand all the meanings, but whatever, and others can help probably. So we all can learn. After hearing these sweet pastimes, we can hear some philosophy as well. Okay, so
Umbrella, lotus. Okay, it is. Oh, this is.
yes, I think someone's phone is not on mute. So first we will try to Dharam. This is basically conch. Parvat is mountain. Vedi is sacrificial altar. Kundal is the earring. Gadam is the club. Syadnam is basically the chariot with flags. Matsya, fish. Shaktim, the spear. Jo is barley corn. Urdhva Rekha. Actually, it's not pointed rightly. Urdhva Rekha is this one here. Urdhva Rekha, this line. Ari is that chakra kind of. Chhatra is umbrella. Dhwaja is flag. Ankusha is the elephant goat. Padma is the lotus flower. Pushpa is the flower. Valyam is the, I believe this is the
Ring.
earring. Ring, yes. Bracelet. Vali is Vikshavalli Ala, that's the creeper, and then the Ardha Indum. Ardha Indum is the half moon. In this one, it's more clear. So this is the right side. Imagine Radharani is standing, and these are the soles of her feet. So the right side, these 8 marks are there, and left side, these 11 marks are there. Okay. So now, maybe, what you can do is just maybe in your heart, you can try to quickly go through these symbols without seeing the names, so that at least by seeing you can tell. So you can just focus on these symbols and just quickly go through and so all of us know these 11 symbols 8 on the right feet, and 11 on the left feet. Okay. Then I'll ask some quick questions. Everyone good? Feeling confident about the 19 symbols? Yeah, you can also write them. It will help. Okay, I'll stop the screen sharing now. Everyone feeling confident? Now, who all can tell? Who all can tell the 19 symbols? Please raise your hand now if you can tell the 19 symbols. I see Prabir Prabhu's hand is raised. And if you had raised earlier, then yes, I see Vamsilas Prabhu is kind of in the middle. Did I shock you? Okay. Okay. Renuka Mataji, please tell the 8 on the right feet. Please tell.
Conch shell, mountain, the 5 sacrifice base, Matsya, trident, chariot, club, earring.
Very nice. Did we miss anyone?
Barley corn. Barley corn.
That's
No,
on the left.
that's on the left. First, we are covering the 8 on the right feet. Very nice. Who all can tell the one on the 11 on the left? Please raise your hand. Okay, Prabir Prabhu's hand is raised. Who all can tell? Only one devotee can tell? Okay, who all can tell 9 plus, 9 or more? Okay, let's see. A few more hands are getting up. Amsilas Prabhu, you try, please. Try. Okay, Prabir Prabhu will help you. You have a phone a friend. Sudhir Prabhu also hand is raised. Try.
Prabhuji, I wrote it down, so I'll be cheating. I don't know.
Okay, so Joya Mataji, you tell.
Lotus, so the bracelet, barley corn,
3. Okay, Sudhir Prabhu, you help her. After the one she has not said, you speak the rest.
Chakra, lotus flower, umbrella.
Yes, she spoke. Okay, umbrella. Yeah.
Elephant, goat, and creeper, flower.
Creeper and flower are different. Yes, good.
Yes, creeper, flower. And moon, half moon.
Half moon.
Yeah.
Nice. Still 2 are missing, I guess.
Flag.
Ring is bracelet. It's not the ring. It's a bracelet.
Bracelet.
Rekha.
One is missing. Yes, Urdhva Rekha. Yes. So, okay, very nice. So, I was trying to find the meaning. Again, I couldn't find all the meaning. I'll try again tomorrow. But some maybe. So, as we are meditating upon these wonderful, there's some deep meaning also behind these symbols. So we can, meditate deeper. The fish, cannot live without water, right? Can the fish live without water? No. Similarly, a devotee cannot live without the shelter of Radharani's lotus feet. A devotee cannot live without taking shelter of Radharani's and Krishna's lotus feet. That's what a fish is teaching us. That the devotee is always, his natural position is to take shelter of Krishna's and Radharani's lotus feet. Will the fish be happy if you give a nice chocolate outside the water, or a nice male fish or male and female fish outside water, or a nice home maybe in the air? No, nothing else will please her. Only the water will be. Similarly, the devotee is not happy with anything else. He or she only wants the shelter of Radharani's lotus feet, Krishna's lotus feet. That's the fish. The elephant goad, it's called Ankush. Ankush. To control such a big elephant, the small thing Ankush is used. Our mind is very, very unstable, fickle. Chanchalam himana Krishna, pramati balavad dridam. It's very, very pramati. It's very, very difficult to conquer. But when we meditate upon the divine form of Radha and Krishna and their lotus feet, so this Ankush will help us to control the elephant-like violent mind. What else? Lotus. A bee is attracted to the lotus and always taking the nectar, greedy for the nectar. Similarly, a devotee is always greedy for the nectar of Krishna consciousness, nectar of bhakti, nectar of Sri Radha's lotus feet. That's the lotus representing there. Then we also have the conch. So the auspicious marks indicates that those who take shelter of the lotus feet are always rescued from all sorts of distress. And we use the conch after the arati ceremony. Okay, who will tell after what point we use water in the conch? After what article?
After Aarti, Prabhuji.
Now, Aarti has like different articles to be offered. Okay. We offer water in a conch. After what point we offer water in the conch?
After lamp.
After the lamp.
Yes, after lamp. After fire, we offer water. So this conch is representing, this is used to hold water. And that is offered after the ghee lamp. Similarly, the lotus feet of Sri Radharani hold the transcendental water, the Amrit, because her whole body is made up of Krishna Prema. So whether it's lotus feet or hands or any part of the body. So that water held in the lotus feet of Sri Radharani will soothe us from the burning fire of material existence. So sansara dava nalali dhaloka, that's the same thing. The nectar of Guru's mercy, and basically Radharani's mercy, because Guru connects us to Radha and Krishna from the blazing desires, material desires. So this symbol, that's for conch. And conch is also done to proclaim victory, right? When the war is the beginning of the war or the end of the war, conch also is a symbol of victory. So it also shows that ultimately proclaims the victory of devotee, since the conchal marks on the feet contains the entire ocean of material existence that may now be easily crossed. That means that those who have taken shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, Radharani's lotus feet, they will be victorious in their journey of life, and they will cross over this ocean of material nescience. That's about conch. Sacrificial altar. The sacrificial altar represents that the sins are burnt on the altar of sacrifice. All the sins which one may have committed, past, present, future, if one sincerely takes shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Radhika, then the sins are burnt, because Radharani is very, 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 very merciful. What about club? Club is used to punish. So the elephant-like sinful desires will be killed by the club of. So that's the meaning of club there, to chastise the elephant of sinful desires. And the spear basically slashes all the entanglement, the Shakti, the trident. It slashes all the material entanglements, frees us from all the Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adi Atmik Kaleshas. And we discuss about fish, we discuss about lotus, umbrella, elephant, goad. Flag is a sign of security, victory, safety. The one who takes shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, Radharani's lotus feet, is always fearful, safe. That's our real shelter. Without Krishna's lotus feet, without Radharani's lotus feet, we are unsafe in the material world. And the half moon represents that all the desires are fulfilled. All the desires are fulfilled for one who takes shelter of Sri Radha's lotus feet. So this is a beautiful meditation. So while we are driving, cooking, we can think of these lotus feet, and we can think of the symbols, we can think of what they mean, and pray to Radharani, pray to Lord Krishna, and what more? What more is required in life? Any comments? Anything else before we stop today's discussion? And tomorrow is the wonderful appearance of Sri Radharani. So we'll have more reading, more discussion, more chanting, more Krishna Katha, more Radharani Katha. Is everyone okay, happy, liking this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so I wish you all again very, very happy Lalita Shashti. As we read the prayer, just beg to be the servant of the servant of the servant of those who are serving Sri Radha and Krishna. So Sri Radha and Krishna, especially the feminine form, is more merciful, like a mother is more merciful. So we can pray to Sri Lalita Devi and Sri Radharani to bestow their choicest, merciful glances upon us, so we can serve them, the servants of their servants, without any selfish agendas, without any hidden motives, and always desiring for more and more bhakti at their lotus feet. Shri Lalita Shashti Mahotsav ki jai, Shri Lalita Devi ki jai, Shri Radharani ki jai, Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai, Granthra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyo Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.